In this video, we're going to talk about your out of office. After almost 56 consecutive weeks of doing some form of voiceover one way or another, I'm actually going to be taking a vacation, a holiday, for 3 weeks, and I'm just preparing myself for it, both psychologically and practically as well. So I thought I'd make this quick video just to tell you my thinking about the whole process and why this is important. Not why taking a holiday and taking a break is important, because that should be hopefully relatively self-explanatory. Even if you do enjoy your work, you need some time away from it, because then you can grow as a person and have a life and all of these other things. But that's for another video. Instead, I really wanted to just kind of touch on the importance of communicating with your clients and your prospects very clearly about these kind of things. When you do set an out of office, you obviously have to set it so that if anybody emails you unsolicited, that they get a response. But you then also need to mail out to all of your clients and prospects as well to let them know. Be proactive rather than reactive in this situation. The reason is quite clear, really. If a client or prospect, a production house or a commercial, doesn't know that you're unavailable and then pitches you to their end client as a potential voice for a project, that end client chooses you, which is normally great, and then goes to you to ask about your availability, and you say, sorry, I'm not available, then it looks really bad on them, which is only ever going to sour the relationship that you have with your potential collaborator, which is never a good thing. So you need to make sure that this is clear and upfront as soon as possible. So I recommend sending a short, concise email which says availability update or something similar to that, with your name possibly even in the title, so they know, depending on how well they know you potentially and what your personal taste is, and then having the dates very clearly specified. So you have from this date to this date, and then I actually add a kind of clarifying line saying that I will be back recording in my studio from this date onwards as well, just to make sure it's absolutely crystal clear. That's all the information that you really need to communicate, but it is very important that you do. And also, if you are deciding to take some form of traveling setup with yourself, make that very, very clear as well. In my personal scenario, I will be taking a small USB Rode mic with me as well, so that the auditions and voice samples or demos that I can provide, if specifically requested, will be of a certain quality, hopefully better than my phone, with the right sound treatment around me as well at the same time. But I've made the specific clear decision that I'm not going to be recording jobs throughout my holiday period as well. So again, I've made that very, very clear, and I've let those clients that I do regular work for know that in advance, and the vast majority of them have actually given me stuff to do in advance, or have said that's absolutely fine, we'll catch up on my return, which is fantastic and great. It's all good, just make sure that you have that clear communication first and foremost, because that's part of your customer service. Apart from that, in terms of that kind of correspondence, being proactive and sending an email rather than waiting for them to ping you a job offer that you can't take up, the only thing I would add is that you could also sneak in anything of some added value as well. Always make sure that this correspondence is concise first and foremost. So if it's just the availability information, make it just the availability information. But I just finished producing a theatre season of extraordinary plays that I was incredibly proud to be involved in. And so I added that just as an additional link, saying that that's there as a resource if they like Greek myths and drama, because that's communicating a bit more of a sense of who I am, because I'm an actor and a producer as well as a voiceover artist. It just gives me that opportunity to make another connection, because for some of these people, they know me very, very well indeed, and for other people, we may have only talked once or twice or only corresponded via email. So again, it's just a different way of making me be more memorable, hopefully more interesting, as well as sharing some more culture as well. I hope this video has been of use to you in some way. If so, please do like and subscribe. If you are a voiceover artist who is in the early stages of their career, then please do check out my Skillshare course, which is completely free if you sign up for a trial, which just goes through the fundamentals of voiceover business that I've experienced anyway. Thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to seeing you next time.